The program sparks conversations, fierce debates, interviews, analyzing the latest news, latest developments, and echo the voices that shape our world. Let's echo the conversations that matters, diving into the latest news, debating hot topics, and interviewing people making headlines in our society and community. In a world where every voice matters, echoes, educative, engaging, explosive, and entertaining. Welcome to Echoes, the show that amplifies the conversations that count. Now on GoTV channel 115. Join us also on social media. Let's echo the conversation. I am Nelly Frank. Welcome to Echoes on Catholic Television from the Federal Capital, FCT, Abuja. Today, we are bringing you another great personality promoting positivity in the society. He's a prominent Nigerian, a politician currently serving as the senator for Imo West, Olu to be precise, in the 10th National Assembly. He has built a distinguished political career combining legislative and advocacy and development to make a significant impact. As the chairman of the Committee on Capital Markets, he has focused on reforming Nigerians' financial markets to boost investors' confidence and stabilize economy. His legislative contributions include sponsoring 5 bills, 11 motions. He also has a foundation, a very standard foundation that has the initiative of providing aid to individuals with disabilities, reflecting his inclusive leadership philosophy. His work in infrastructure development, electrification projects, and community empowerment has indeed earned him widespread admiration among his peers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet distinguished Senator Osita Bonaventure Izunaso. I want to believe that somewhere, some things are actually propelling your being selfless. I want to connect it to probably because you are a devout Catholic, a good Catholic or something. That's where I'm going to. So your faith and your political career.
I'm a proud Catholic. I believe in Catholicism. In fact, my belief in Catholic tells me that Catholic is the only church. The only Christian church in the world is Catholic. There is no other church you know that you do not know the origin of the church and who founded it. Even in Nigeria today. All the churches here, I don't want to start mentioning them, but you know the founders, the Jews, the Baba Jews, and all the rest of them. Those are the founders of those churches. Who is the founder of Catholic Church? It's Christ himself, through St. Peter. So that is the only church. Every other thing is an appendage. So my belief in Catholic Church is because I'm in the right place. And because I'm in the right place, go and check the richest pastors. Go and Google 10 richest pastors in the world. You will not get any Catholic name there. No, the Pope's name is not there. No Archbishop's name is there. But even in Nigeria here, you get pastors who fall within the 10 richest pastors in the world. But Google the 10 richest churches. These pastors are the richest pastors in the world. But their churches are not the richest churches in the world. What a contradiction. But when you now look at richest churches in the world, that's where you see the Catholic Church. Catholic Church of different dimensions.
Correct.
So Catholic Church is not individualized. It's not personalized. It's a place where discipline is practiced at the highest level.
Wow.
is straight-jacketed. You don't even question anything in Catholic Church. Once the Holy See have taken a decision, that is the end of the matter. You cannot argue, you cannot question it. And it trickles down. It trickles down. When a bishop is leaving upon retirement, he's not even sure who will be his successor. Bishop leaving an archdiocese or a diocese, he's not sure who is going to succeed me. He's not sure. He may only make a recommendation, which is neither here nor there. No bishop will be going and be telling you, this is my successor. How? But look at the other churches. They know who will succeed them. They know who will not succeed them. Some of them, it has to be their wife that will succeed them, or their sons, who must be forced to have anointed. They must be forced to get the anointed. As if it's the Izunaso and Sons that they are limited.
Okay.
So I believe in Catholic Church, and because I was born into a Catholic Church, I was a mass server. I didn't go to seminary school, but if I had gone to seminary school, I may have become a priest. But I didn't go to seminary. My mother wanted me to go to seminary school.
Okay.
My father didn't want, but my mother wanted. But at the end of the day, I think my father's view prevailed, so I didn't go to a seminary school. But I was a mass server. I served mass in Onitsha. I served mass in several other places when I was growing up. So we are taught with the strict tradition of the Catholic Church, where things must be done properly.
Yes.
Where you must have implicit confidence in God and also in yourself that you can achieve something. So my background as a Catholic, I would say, helped me a lot in most of the things that I've achieved and most of the things that I'm still going to achieve. I want to be remembered as that strong Catholic that lived, even when I'm no more. I want to be remembered as a strong Catholic that lived and contributed his quota towards the development of the church. So I think that is it.
Okay, that's great. So, but that also has helped you in your political career? Something?
Yes. No. That's just the whole thing. It has helped me in my political career because whenever I'm doing something, I will look at it from that perspective. You know, Catholic Church is quite strong that there are a lot of do's and don'ts. There are some things you want to do, but you say no, because I'm a Catholic, I will not do this. I will not do this. There are some things, even in your political life, you want to do. You just get a call from your bishop. And a call from your bishop can change so many things. I haven't seen that Catholic that doesn't take his bishop seriously or his priest seriously, but more of bishops. That's why when you see a Catholic bishop, it's like these people, they go beyond routine requirements to select a bishop. You can't see a Catholic bishop that is not worth being a bishop. You can't. The selection goes beyond routine requirements. And when the person emerges, just look at that person critically. You will say that there's something they saw in this person before they ordained him a bishop. So, and once they have that personality, it helps to mold and shape the behavior of their members. So there was a time here in Abuja, the Catholic Church used to have regular meetings with all Catholics holding political office holders. Regular meetings. What are these regular meetings for? For you to do the right thing. They're not even asking you to give them money. Do the right thing. That place you have found yourself, do the right thing there. When you do the right thing there, you are protecting the image of the Catholic Church where you come from, and also the country, the society where you belong.
All right.
Sometimes, even as I am, a small me, the cardinal will call to say, Senator, what is happening in the Senate? I hear you are planning A, B, C, D, E. Then you will start stammering by denying to say no. So it's not like that. He said, no, it's like that. Look at it and get back to me. So that is an order. So once I get such calls from Cardinal, I will look at my phone 2 or 3 times before I answer. Because there will be something. So they're watching. They're advising. It's like somebody driving. They know they have a lot of passengers. So they don't drive rough. They drive to get us to that destination, which is the promised land, which is where we all hope to be at last day. Yeah. So that's why you see the Catholic bishops very, very meticulous on their driver's seat. Because there's so many flocks following them behind.
All this and much more, sir. Please tell us, how did you manage to put all this together and get to where we are now?
Well, thank you very much for having me. I'm sure that you realize that I started politics very early in life. I didn't just start today. I started as Chief Press Secretary to the Speaker, House of Representatives, when I was barely 25 years old.
Whoa.
Yes, I was Chief Press Secretary to Agonwa and Ekwe in 1992, 1993.
Wow.
That was truncated by Abacha exactly November 17, 1993. Then, beside that, I was also Chief Press Secretary to the former Senate President, Evan Enwerem, when democracy resumed again in 1999. And I've served my state as a special advisor to governor. I've had a lot of other positions. I was Chief Press Secretary to the Minister of Youth and Sports in 1995, 96. As a matter of fact, we brought the Atlanta Olympic gold in soccer, and Chioma Ajunwa when she won her first gold medal in the Olympics. And I'm not sure our record has been equaled since that time till now. We haven't been equaled. So the thing about me is that I have worked in the 2 chambers of National Assembly as a staff. And I've also worked in the 2 chambers as elected representative. Wow. Because I was elected into the House of Representatives in 2003. And I became a senator in 2007. So I'm sure I became a senator barely at the age of 40 or 39 or thereabouts. So I've been around for a very long time, but I have a specific passion for service delivery. Okay. So I like to deliver things. I don't like things undone. Okay. I like to get things sorted out. And but I took a particular trajectory, which is the road of inclusivity of persons with disability in our system. People keep asking why the choice of persons with disability, and I don't have anybody that is disabled in my family, but I believe that this set of people are the most vulnerable, in the sense that even able-bodied men and women have not been able to be taken care of. Then what about those who are in one way or the other impaired? So I decided to put focus in that area. And to the glory of God, this is our 20th year. Wow. So this October will be our 20 years serving, pursuing the cause of persons with disability, not just in Nigeria, but I can tell you even globally. Wow. Because Babando Foundation has been recognized by the United Nations. We've got award from President Biden. We've got award from President Trump in his first tenure. So we've been recognized. But I must say that that is one of my greatest passions, to see that persons with disability are taken care of. I've even written a book that will be unveiled in October this year, about disability inclusion in Nigeria. So that will be unveiled this year. And because of my level of interest in issues of disability welfare, enhancement, empowerment, and inclusion, I had to do my dissertation when I was doing my master's in law on the rights of persons with disability. Wow. Wow. So you can see that it's an area that is very dear to me. So having done that, I'm glad to say that we have a lot of persons with disability that are under our scholarship, Some have graduated several years ago. Some are working in other places. We are still graduating more. When I floated my last scholarship endowment for persons of my constituency, I made it clear that 10% of that scholarship must go to persons with disability.
Wow.
And there was something interesting. I realized that most of the universities within my area do not even have persons with disability in the school. It's either that they might give them admission, but they will not be able to pay for the tuition. So I now encourage a particular university. We gave them 20 scholarships. Out of these 20 scholarships, we said, give us at least 5 persons with disability. They didn't even have one. But by the time they did the next admission, they consciously admitted persons with disability.
Wow.
And we said any person with disability that you admit in your school is our responsibility, regardless of the cost. So today that school is dealing with issues of disability. And I know sometime in 2024, last year precisely, when I took my advocacy to United States, I had the opportunity of going to Michigan State University to meet their president and other leadership of that school. I was also able to create a relationship between them and some universities in my constituency as it regards to youth development and empowerment with specific reference to persons with disability. And that is going on right now. But these are the things that we do that are not in the picture, but it's because of our passion. So, drawing you back, you've read a lot of long citation about myself, but I'm trying to summarize it by saying that whatever you believe that you want to do, it is better you do it well.
Correct.
And get it concluded. You know, people start things and they don't get it concluded.
Correct.
So it does appear as if you didn't even start anything. So instead of you to put all your hands in your mouth at the same time, you can just take one finger or two and conclude it. That is what I try to do. Now, in the National Assembly of the 10th Senate, we look at the critical areas that concerns where I come from. The most important problem confronting my constituency and the entire southeastern part of Nigeria, where I come from today, is the issue of insecurity. We have to look at it squarely. We have insecurity all over the federation, but because I'm representing the people, I'm saying what is the most important issue on ground where I come from now is insecurity. So that was why I had to move that motion at a very personal risk. I condemned the activities of the man in Finland. I said he should be arrested because he was there issuing all manner of orders, and people were carrying it out. Now, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, I have to move a motion on the floor of the Senate and say, look, let us have a political solution to this matter. Much as it's in court, it will be sub judice for you to be talking about what is in court. But we're saying, let us have a political solution. Government have had political solutions on several matters. And if you have political solution in that matter, we will now decipher from those who are agitating for something and those who are criminals. And what are you agitating for that cannot be discussed? What is it that you're agitating for that cannot be discussed? No matter what and what are your agitations, let us discuss it. Than wasting people's life, misbehaving. So criminals and hoodlums have moved into that engagement. And you think that they are now serving the cause of their people. That is not correct. So, well, I'm still pursuing that option of political solution, but I wouldn't want to go further in it because when you're discussing security matters, you do not say everything that you know. But we are still talking. Because if he's released today, even if he's granted bail, then some of those people who are mentioning his name as part of what is prompting them to do what they're doing will stop. And if they continue, they'll be arrested as criminals. Because that's what they are. So that issue was prominent in my agenda in the 10th Senate, in my constituency agenda. You know, apart from the agenda of the 10th Senate, every senator or every rep member, you are supposed to have your own constituency agenda. Because people elected you. What are the expectations? What do you really want to achieve? So having said that, the next issue that is of paramount concern to me is the fact that we need to have an additional state for persons of Southeast extraction. So that we can have 6 states. Just like every other zone in this country have 6 states. Even the Northwest is having a 7 states, but that is not a problem. But let us have 6 states as other regions, other zones of the country. And if you look at how this government is moving, you can see that government is laying emphasis on regional development. Regional development. On a 6-leg regional development. That is why today in National Assembly we have passed and Mr. President have graciously assented to 6 regional commissions. Regardless of even the South-South, you can say that they have NDDC, but there's still a South-South Development Commission. So which means government is gradually moving towards regionalizing the area within a 6-structure arrangement. So if that is the case, why will one zone, one region, not have equality of state with other regions? So that's why we're saying, give us an additional state for equity, for justice, and for fairness. I'm not in support of other people agitating for states. No. I'm in support of additional state for Southeast to equalize the regional imbalance. That's what I'm talking about. And we are very serious about this. Initially, when we started with an Olu state, but after due consultation with critical stakeholders, we have to move forward to another state known as Anim State. Anim is Anambra Imo.
Okay.
Anim State. A state that will comprise both part of Anambra and part of Imo. When we are talking about Olu State, it was basically Imo.
Okay.
Because in my senatorial district, I have 12 local governments, only in one senatorial district, which is the largest in the southern part of Nigeria. If you are running for senator for Olu, you're almost running for governor of a state. Ebonyi have 13 local governments. My senatorial district have 12. Gombe have about 11 local governments. I have 12 local governments. Bayelsa has 8 local governments. I have 12. So it's a state. But after proper consultations, we are told to enlarge it so that we can incorporate some part of Anambra State. So that's why we're pursuing the Anim State. Now, there's justification for Anim State. What is the justification? In 1976, when the states were first created, you have the East Central State. Later on, you have Anambra and Imo were created. Anambra and Imo. Now, Anambra gave birth to Enugu State. Imo gave birth to Abia State. So what it means is that part of Anambra became Enugu State. Okay. Part of Imo became Abia State. Okay. Then when the last state creation took place during the military, they now created that part of Enugu and part of Abia to become Ebonyi. So, which means that the original Imo and the original Anambra have not been touched further. But the 2 states that they gave birth to have given birth to another state. So if you want to create another state from the southeast, you have to come back to Anambra and Imo. And we're not just talking because we like talking. We're talking because this is a statement of facts. Today in the southeast, I'll give you a mathematical example. Ebonyi has 13 local governments, which goes to show that it is a carve-out from Enugu and carve-out from Abia. 13 local governments. Enugu is 17, which means that a lot of things have gone from Enugu. It's 17 local governments. Abia is 17 local governments. Guess what? Imo is 27. Anambra is 21. So if you put the local governments in Anambra and Imo together, it gives you 48. Then you put the local government from Abia, Enugu, and Ebonyi State is 47. So where do you think that the new state from the start will come from? That's what we're talking about, an state. And we have all it takes. We have all it takes to make it work. We have oil and gas. In fact, I will shock you now, but go and Google it. Okay. Imo State has the highest gas deposit in Nigeria. In fact, in West Africa. Imo State has the highest gas deposit. The largest gas deposit in Imo State. I mean, in West Africa, is in Imo State. As a matter of fact, in Africa, is in Imo State. Imo State has 200 trillion standard cubic feet of gas, whereas the entire country of Nigeria has about 600 trillion standard cubic feet of gas. Imo State alone has about 200 out of the 600 in Nigeria. Wow. That is why you have the Asa gas plant. When I was the chairman of the Senate Committee on Gas, this was what we argued. And President, may so rest in peace, Yaradua, supported us and gave us the gas franchise that today is metamorphosing as a serious gas plant in Imo State. In fact, the Anon gas in Imo State that is taking gas from this Asa gas plant today is producing about 850 million scoff daily. They just started in June. So these are things that people do not know. So the state in question we're talking about is well positioned. We have oil and gas, we have everything. We have about, put together up to about 8 universities. And the state government of Imo is working with us. Anambra is working with us to some extent because the bulk of the state is actually from Imo. Don't forget that I told you here, which is a statement of fact, that Imo has 27 local governments, Anambra is 21. So we are pursuing the state creation. And we believe that my colleagues in the National Assembly will see reasons to give the Southeast an additional state for equilibrium. And I believe that when that happens, that Mr. President will also assent to it. Okay. And I believe that other states of the Federation, because you know it's a constitutional amendment, other states of the Federation, House of Assembly, 2/3 of them, will have to approve before Mr. President will assent. So you see, these are some of the things we have for our people. Because you don't just say you are in National Assembly. If you're in National Assembly, then what are the deliverables? What are the takeaways that at the end of the day people will remember you for? So we're working for the Anim State creation vehemently, and we're insisting on it because it is just, it is equitable. That's why we're insisting on it. Now, in terms of legislative activities of lawmaking, bills and motions, I've had a lot of bills to my credit. The most profound is the Investment and Securities Act that we just repealed. It's a repeal and reenactment because we observed that our capital market, the stock market, have outlived its usefulness the way it was being done. So we have to now make it to be in tune with modern realities, global best practices. Before now, digital assets, cryptocurrencies and all the rest of them, fintech, are not regulated. But people are trading in crypto without regulation. Nigeria is number 2 in the world in terms of adoption of cryptocurrency. We are number 2 in the world in terms of adoption. But the government is making no money from it because it's not regulated. So we have this new law have empowered SEC to regulate all digital assets. For the first time, digital asset has now been accepted as a security in our investment ecosystem. That was not the case before. So these are some of the subtle things that we have done. And we have looked at Ponzi. a lot of Ponzi activities are going on in Nigeria. People come in with all manner of trading platforms to dupe people. Now we are saying no, if you are caught doing Ponzi, you go to jail for up to 20 years and you will forfeit the money that you have collected from people. It's not a matter of you make billions of money, then it's okay, let me leave it for my family, let me go to jail. When I come back, I continue to eat. No, you lose the money. These are some of the ingredients of the new art. Now, we have also looked at the entire gamut, and we realize that Mr. President is talking about $1 trillion economy. How will you achieve $1 trillion economy if the capital market is not well positioned? It is not something you can achieve through the money market alone, because the capital market is well positioned for foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment. So for you to talk about $1 trillion economy, you have to look at the capital market. So that is why we aggressively amended that law to be in tune with modern realities, to also help Mr. President in achieving his aim for the nation, bringing us to $1 trillion economy. So there are a lot of things that we have done. Today there's a motion on the floor of the Senate investigating Ponzi activities. We would have gone far, apart just because we're on break. By the time we come back, we'll continue. Most of those Ponzi people will be apprehended and they'll go to jail. So we're investigating it. Now there's a law. Before you can say, well, even if you catch the person, it might go for 6 months. No, now it can go for up to 20 years. So there are so many other things that we have done. You know, when I'm talking, I like to use we, because I cannot do it alone. Now, we have even looked at the investment and securities, tribunal, which the Supreme Court have said it is now the court that has jurisdiction to deal with all securities and capital market activities in Nigeria. We have looked at that tribunal. We have amended it, and I'm also pursuing a constitutional amendment to make it a court. If the Supreme Court have said that it's not a court, in the case of Ajayi, Mutufa Ajayi, and SEC, that it is the court that has the highest, the only sole jurisdiction to deal with capital market issues. Why would those serving on that tribunal not be judges? So we are proposing an amendment to the Constitution to make it investment and securities court. Okay. The same way you have industrial court that deals with industrial related issues. So that conversation is on. And we believe that we'll get there Sunday. So there are so many things that we have done, we are still doing, and we are still going to do. Because a lot is expected from us. Much as we know that Nigerian public expects so much from legislators. Legislators are the government, are the arm of government closest to the people. Closest. Everything that a legislator gets is a conduit. The thing passes through him to the people. Those in the executive, sometimes people might not get close to them, but as for legislators, people must get close to them. Must. I get an average of 1,000 phone calls in a day. Out of these 1,000 phone calls, 900 plus are talking of one assistance or the other. Whether I'm capable or I'm not capable is immaterial, but you just have to do the ones you can do and also talk to them nicely so that they can keep the hope alive. Don't dash the hope of a constituent. Just keep the hope alive and do the ones that you can do and leave the ones that you cannot do, because nobody can do all the things at a time. Thank you.
Enlightening, explosive, educative, entertaining, engaging, enriching, extraordinary, expressive. expansive, exalting, and electrified.
This is Echoes. All right, thank you very much, our distinguished Senator Osita Izunaso. Okay, now it's so insightful, so educative. I would like us to take one or two points, especially that all he said today is about the people, not about him. You know, and that is one thing that, okay, I can categorically tell us that for free, that most of our leaders lack this quality of being selfless, of serving the people. A lot of times when our people get there, you find out that they are trying to enrich their pocket, their lives, and their family members alone. But from the senator, all he's done is for the people. From the people with disabilities to the bills is passed to the fighting, everything is about the general public, and that is something that is commendable. And I will also add my voice to say this is a quality that some of our leaders should pick up from the distinguished Senator Osita. I would that from your point of view as as a knight of the Catholic Church and as a successful, prominent political figure,
Yes.
maybe you should talk to our youth, especially these ones that do not even think that doing things the right way is how you get to the top. Let's just have you say a word or two generally to Nigerian youths.
Well, a word or two, I would say, particularly to our young people growing up. Yesterday, when I was in the church, the homily given by the cathedral administrator was so touching. He was talking about the narrow route. The route to our final destination is narrow. It's not a wide route. And he took a lot of time to explain it, both in spiritual form and in carnal form. And it sank. So, stepping on that, I'm saying that the problem of youthfulness these days is also coming from the parents, not just the youth. The question is, are the parents doing what they are supposed to do? When we're growing up, the way they trained us is different from the way we're training our people now, our own children. So which means that the parents have a lot of blame. Parents must sit up. All of us who are parents, we must sit up. It is not everything that your ward wants that he or she must get. It's not everything. You can deny your child something that child thinks that is the best thing for him or her at that point in time. But at the end of the day, the child will get to know that you have guided him or her well. That was what the Reverend Father was saying yesterday. So my advice to the youth is that they should remember that they have a lot of responsibility on them, looking at the future. You know, it's a phase. When we phase out, even the so-called youth of today will still phase out. Other people will come. So you have to believe in God as a youth. You have to first of all believe in God. It is wrong of you as a youth to wake up in the morning, you didn't pray to God. You will return back to sleep in the night, you didn't pray to God. That's already bad behavior. There has to be change. If you don't pray, you can't achieve much. So you must make prayer a daily routine. It's bad behavior not to pray. And you say you're a Christian. What about Christian are you? That you cannot pray, cannot kneel down to pray. You must pray first thing in the morning and last thing in the day. It's not only when you're in danger that you remember God, but when you are making merry, you don't remember God. But when anything confronts you, you remember God. That is not correct. Some people only pray when they're in the aircraft and there's a little turbulence.
Especially when they are sitting near the window.
So by the time they come down, they forget about the hotel. So I will encourage the youth to pray and also be focused. Every youth must have a dream. You must have a dream. You must dream dreams so that you work towards the realization of that dream. If you don't have dream, how will you succeed? I would want youth to say that they want to be like Senator Izunaso. They want to surpass Senator Izunaso. That is their dream.
Wow.
And God will take you there.
Wow. Wow.
But so your dream cannot be to go and sag your trouser for men and women to open 10 of their 10 holes in their ear and be changing the color of their hairs. Is that your dream? Even the Reverend Father yesterday, I told you, I took a lot from the homely yesterday. He said, look at America. When the chips are down, when they want to elect their leaders, elect their president, they don't elect gay, but they will say it's a free world. It can be a gay, it can be this. But when they want to elect their president, they will not elect such a person. He said, how many American presidents have tattoos all over their body? They don't elect those with tattoos. They don't elect those who open several holes on their ears or their nose everywhere. But they will tell you it's a free world. But they know what they're doing. So youth should emulate serious things, not useless things. Okay. And they also have respect for their nation and also believe in their nation. The Reverend Father was saying yesterday that the problem of this country is that nobody is a Nigerian. But every American will tell you, I'm an American.
Correct.
It doesn't matter where he or she comes from. It's an American. Here, people emphasize their tribe before their nation. Here, people emphasize their religion before their nation. That shouldn't be so. It has to be a nation first before every other thing. And I believe that with proper orientation, proper inculcation of ideas, our youth will begin to see themselves more of Nigerians than more of where they come from. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. And with that, we have come to the end of this beautiful, insightful, educative discussion with the distinguished senator. Distinguished, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it on Echoes from the stable of Catholic Television of Nigeria, reaching you from the federal capital, the city capital of Nigeria. Remember to join us on Go TV. Catholic Television is right now on Go TV channel 115, where you will get to watch all of our programs on Catholic Television. We are also on various social media platforms as they are running on your screen right now. Please do join us. Any program you miss from GoTV, please join the social media platforms so that you can catch up with us on Catholic Television of Nigeria. I am Nelly Frank. Bye for now.